My life today is so much different than it was a couple of years ago. So I went to prison after being a drug addict, a homeless drug addict, living in the streets, bouncing around from place to place, trying to, basically my only motivation was to get the next fix. And that was a miserable existence, I will say. I learned a heck of a lot during it, but it was miserable. And I ended up going to prison, and essentially prison saved my life. I had known it was coming for a long time, and I was somewhat accepting of that. I had been planning for probably 2 years prior to that and talking about and really considering and thinking about going into rehab. I needed to go to rehab, and I knew that. But it was just that getting over the hump of getting there was the major problem I had. So long story short, I did some time, not that long, but I did some time. And I got out, and I knew while I was in there that this time was different. There had been times in my past that I had gotten sober for a period of time. I had been arrested before, and it would kick me into gear. I'd get sober, and then I'd go right back to what I was doing before. But this time, I could feel a shift in my soul. Not only that, during the time I was in there was when I first started implementing law of attraction stuff and things I had learned from spiritual teachings for years and years and years, and actually put them into practice the best I could in the situation I was in. And it helped to get me through. That's when I started giving meditation a shot for the first time, seriously. And then I got out, and I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing except for the clothes that the person that picked me up brought me. I had zero. And I went to a halfway house for a brief time. I ended up getting a job that was an overnight shift job, so I couldn't stay at the halfway house anymore. And that was fine. I was able to get that legally cleared, and in the time of moving out of the halfway house and trying to find a place to actually live and settle down, I ended up living at a campsite for a little while. And then I moved to a tree house, and that's where I did my very first video. My videos were so bad. They're still not that great, but they're getting better. So that was my very first video, and I decided that day, right then and there, that not only was I going to put these spiritual principles into practice, but that I was going to do it every day, all day, and change every thought in my mind and change everything to just go on the upward, to go up, 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 up. And I've been doing that ever since. And I can say today that my life is so much different than it was before. The fact that I even have the consideration to think that how I'm talking about that I need to spend wisely and, not buy things just because they're on clearance, that was so far removed from being a possibility in my mind just, 2 years and 9 months ago or whatever it was. That was the fact that I have that issue today, and that I can take into consideration, the choices of buying things, is a far cry from where I was. I mean, I was hardly eating, let alone eating healthy, definitely not exercising, putting all kinds of poisons and toxins into my body all the time, 24 hours a day. I was completely miserable. I had very, very little connection with my family and the people that I cared about. I was not proud of myself. I was so depressed and so disheartened, and I had basically given up. I was to the point where I honestly did not care if I were to. I wasn't, but I truly didn't mind. I thought, it may be a sweet relief. If it comes, it comes. And that is so far from where I am today. Today, I have a beautiful home. I have loving relationships with everyone around me. I am a great employee. I am proud of the job I do and how I apply myself to basically everything. I own a very nice car, the newest car I've ever had in my life. I work out every day for the most part, almost every single day, including running, which I used to absolutely despise. I've been eating progressively more and more healthy, and I don't listen to or watch negative things on TV anymore. I believe I did a video about this too, saying that negative input makes negative output. And so all I wanted to input into my body are good things. And that has truly been what's taken place. So I have completely changed my life. And not only that, I'm more mentally strong than I've ever been. And life is great. Life is beautiful. And it's only going to keep getting better from here. So I just feel like I need to do these videos, honestly, because I know that there are people out there struggling. And if someone needs to hear this, to know that, you know, someone can be so far gone or think you're so far gone that you could never recover and it's not even worth trying, and come out of it okay. Come out of it better than you've ever been. And it is truly possible. I was a drug addict. I was putting substances in my body for so many years. And it got really bad at the end. I was functional for a while, but then less and less and less until eventually I was homeless and just not doing well. And today I am proud of the person I am. I am happy. I live in gratitude, and my problems are nothing like they used to be. And I always have that place of comparison in my mind. Like, if there's ever an issue, I know that, oh wow, this is my problem today. This is so much better than my problems used to be. So it helps me. It really does. I realized starting on this manifestation journey ended up being so much more than that. There are so many more things I care about than just manifesting things. This has become like a holistic, all embodied mission in every aspect of my being to just improve myself and improve the situations and the environment around me, and to shine my light every single day and just make that light brighter. And I feel like the more layers that I peel away of habits and patterns, the better I'm getting and the brighter my light is. And I am proud to say that today is my day number 6 of giving up vaping. I do have a patch on, but it's my 6th day of not vaping. I really feel like I don't want it anymore. I feel like the desire has left me. I know that breath is connected to source energy and to God, essentially. And I want my breath to be clear. I want my breath to embody that and to work with that and see what happens. And also, not to mention just the health stuff and the running and the just longevity that it will bring. And I have a strong feeling that it's going to alter my energy levels and a lot of other things that I may not even realize it's doing prior to giving this up. So I will let you know how it goes, but that was my very last thing that I felt is like the most negative old pattern that was still with me that I'm finally ready to break. So yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for watching. Into my room, this is the first thing I see, which makes me very happy because when I was a kid, I had always dreamed of having a house with a window seat. And this is like the closest, see, I get to sit right here. This is the closest thing I have. I can look out the window. This is my meditation space fully. It's like a stage. I could do it like I'm on stage. Should I do videos up here? Oh my goodness, the mic stand is really wobbling. Okay, well this is the flaw to this microphone. Anyway, this is my little space. Oh, you gotta see what's in the corner. Hold on. This makes me happy too. It reminds me of childhood. Da, da, da. And then I also have, hold on, I'll be right back. I thought about doing a pose where we all had our arms up like this. Is it weird that I'm 40 years old and have all these kids things? I don't really care. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me, letting me share my story. I appreciate you.